Welcome guys. So today we have the question as pattern 3, and here we see in the first row we have 3 asterisk, in the second 2, and in the first 1. and and we also need to see that the asterisk in the second line is in the first and second column and not in the third column, because in some cases there may be asterisk in the second and this asterisk not here but it could be here. So according to the asterisk alignment pattern we have to create our own algorithm. Okay, this part mainly deals with our developing of algorithm. So let us get started. First I will write the code and then explain you. Now it must go okay. So guys, this is our working code. So what we did here is, we know the syntax very well, and after the clear screen, that is our syntax, we initialize two variables, that is I and j, and then as told we used for loop, and again I am repeating, the outer for loop is gives us the row, that means 1 2 3. As I am starting with I equals to 0, I less than 3, that means I will run for 0 1 and 2. That means this is 0th row, this is first 1 row, and this is the second row. Okay, so this for loop gives me 3 rows. It's okay. And then again inside the curly braces for the first for loop we have second for loop. Now this is responsible for these columns. See, j equals to 2, does not matter whatever the initialization is. We won't say that it is this one, no, we will see how many times it is running. See, if j is equals to 2 and j is greater than I, that means first value it will be 0, so here it will run 3 times, because for 2 it will run once, and then j minus minus. Okay, after using it will be j minus minus, that means j value will decrease to 1, and again the loop will run, and then again j 0 0, so 0 is greater than equal to 0. So in the first run j will run for 3 times. So this is all about printing, but as j will run 3 times, it is giving us column 0 1 2, or you can either say truth 2 1 or 0 column, but it is same. Now focusing on the algorithm part, as we got 3 rows from this first for loop, now coming here our algorithm is also used in the for loop itself. Now it is all about playing with numbers. The more you play with number, the more you understand, the more you have to create your own with comparing I and j numbers. Okay, so our requirement was to print 3 asterisks in the first row, 2 in the second row, and 1 in the last row. Okay, so when we initialized I equals to 0, that means now we got this row. Now we are working for only this row. Okay, only this row. Here j is running 3 times, right? So 1 okay, you can say this is the 2th column, 1 and the 0 ones. So what happens for the column j equals to 2, that means this is now j equals to 2, whatever the initialization, it will be the column 2, and as I value is 0, so only this row is walked upon for now. Now j equals to 0, that means coming to this particular place, let's check the condition. 2 is greater than equal to 0. Okay, the condition is true. Now it says print asterisk and space. We print the asterisk and a space. Okay, we'll come here. We printed asterisk and space. Fine. And then we are inside a for loop of a for loop. See, we are inside of a for loop where we are working with for loop itself. Now when the work is done, then decrement or increment operator is checked. Now j value was 2 and j minus minus. Now j value is 1. I is fixed for 3 times unless the inner loop is executed well. So 1 is again greater than equal to 0. Again true. Again this will be executed, first asterisk, then a space. Okay, then again space. Yes, we got the space. Now as the work is done, it will again check the increment or decrement operator, but here we have a decrement operator right now. So j value is decreased to 0. So 0 is greater than equal to 0. Again true. So again we'll get asterisk and a space. Do not get confused that after the work is done, the cursor goes to this check increment or decrement. Okay, it for loop, first initialization, then condition check, then the work, and then increment. The third portion is left untouched for the first attempt, and then from second onwards only this will be checked without bothering this part. If we are confused, then we can switch to next for loop where I have explained that. So similarly again j equals to -1. So -1 is greater than equals to 0. No, it's false. So it terminates after giving a line gap. Now our cursor is here. Now I plus plus it says. So for one value again it will run. So j is equals to 2 and 2 is greater than equal to 1. It will run once. So we got an asterisk and space. Now again j minus minus, that means 1 is greater than equal to 1, true. Again asterisk and space. Now when j value is 0, then 0 is not greater than equal to 1. So it now again decrease. Now when j value is -1, then previously only it was checked. When j value was 0, then only it was not perfect. That's why this for loop is terminated. And as soon as it was terminated, the printf function came in play. That means a new line. Now our cursor is here. So for I equals I plus plus, that means I value is now 2. J is also 2 when coming inside. So 2 is greater than equal to 2, correct. So we will get asterisk and space. J minus minus. So 1. J value is 1. 1 is greater than equal to 2, it says. No, it is false. Now this statement terminates, and in the new line, a new line is provided. But when I value is incremented to 4, the condition becomes false and our program gets terminated. So this is how our program is gonna run. See you in the next video now.